everyone. It is, the 21st of July. I have a few things to say regarding Trump. So, on the one hand, I really like Trump. I like his personality. I like his outspokenness. I like his honesty, his sincerity, and his wit, his humor, which most people get offended by because, I saw on the Twitter, he tweets, and one of his tweets was like, "You're the president that you love, the best president that you love." Like, he's talking about himself, but he's kind of joking, and everyone thinks he's serious, and they think he's like a narcissist and everything, and it's just his flamboyant personality, which people can't understand. That I really like about it. That's one thing I like about Trump. But common sense was thinking in my head. I was thinking in my head, and I was thinking, look, as much as I like Trump, I like to use my mind and my common sense. And part of it tells me that a good leader is one that can unite the whole country and bring peace and unite the country. And under President Trump's leadership, it looks like it hasn't really happened. The opposite has happened. But then I was thinking to myself, the times that we are in today is not very normal times. It can be done. A good leader can unite the country if we're not in the times that we are in today. For example, there are certain people who are there's a very strong evil forces at hand today. In my opinion, it's the leftist Democratic people in America, in the Senate and in the Congress, and those people are opposing Trump 100%. They're encouraging violence, and they are evil. These especially these leftist leaders in their leadership positions, like in the Democratic Party and in the they're encouraging violence, and it's just a case of, nowadays it's just a case of good and bad, good against evil, which I think is actually happening in America. That's why good and evil is at war. Pro-Trumpers are good people, most of them, pro-family. They want the Constitution upheld. They want to be able to own guns. They believe in God, religion. And the opposite are the people that are anti-religious. They're everything perversion about them. They're pro-choice, which is okay. I believe you have to have a compromise. You can't be radical in either way. A lot of the right wingers in America are also a little bit extreme, I think, because to say absolutely no abortion, or to say the leftists want complete abortions at any time, any circumstance, it's kind of both are in crazy extremes. And someone told me that there's only 4 people in the Congress which are radical leftists. The rest of Congress is not radical. Well, you know which 4 I'm talking about. The 4 people are the Squad, who are anti-American, anti-everything. But now that I'm thinking about what he said, I say to myself, it's not true, because who are the ones that tried to impeach Trump? Who impeached Trump? Who are the ones? Every single congressman, every single person in the Democrat side, they all voted to impeach Trump. Every single one of them. So this means that it was a coup. It was a coup against Trump, and so they're all kind of radical and extreme, because they all wanted him out, every single one of them, and it was how do they say, a partisan, whatever. So it was a coup. They wanted to impeach Trump, and every single leftist. So that means that they're all kind of in the same mindset. The fact that there wasn't anyone on the left that kind of stood up and opposed this impeachment of Trump. And in the end, Trump obviously was acquitted, and he wasn't impeached because they had nothing to go on to impeach him, to actually get him out of office. So what is a coup? I looked up online what's a coup. A coup means, it's a Spanish word that literally means to blow off state, to overthrow, forcibly remove an existing government from power. Typically it's done through violence, and it's illegal. and it's an unconstitutional seizure of power by political faction. So that's exactly what happened with Trump. There was a coup. They tried to overthrow him, but they couldn't go on anything. He wasn't thrown out. He wasn't ousted out of office. So that's just my opinion on that. I looked up on politifact.com. Trump promises which promises he kept, and I looked it up. 25 of his promises were kept, and let's keep in mind he's there for nearly 4 years now in office, and Obama was there for 8 years. So I'm gonna tell you exactly what I saw there. He kept 25 of his promises. Trump compromised 21 of his promises. He broke 50, and he stalled 6 promises. And in the works, there's 0 promises being furthered. So let's go to compared to Obama. He was in office 8 years. So in his 8 years, he kept 255 promises. Truthfully, I don't know how many promises Trump kept, but I see that he's actually done a lot of his promises that he said he would. And so Obama, he kept 255 promises. He compromised on 146 promises, and he stalled 0 promises. He broke 125. No. Yeah, his broken promises was 125, and in the works, 0, because he's obviously out of office. So I have another question for you guys, okay? If you think in all honesty, you're thinking with your brain and not thinking with propaganda, who are the ones in America now that are burning businesses, looting, killing, murdering, burning the American flag, and haters of Trump, and calling for the complete abolition of the United States of America? Who is it? Let me guess for you. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and the radical leftists, the ones who hate Trump, who hate God, anti-religion, anti-family, the ones that are all perverted. They're all crazy about abortion, and they're just like not good people. So common sense tells me that those people that are killing in the name of justice for George Floyd, they're the ones that are evil, because they're killing white people, and they're killing even black. There was an 8-year-old black girl that was killed by Black Lives Matter for crossing the gate. They had crossed off a gate, whatever, and her and her family crossed it by accident, and they shot at her, and she was killed. So all the violence that is happening now are happening mostly in democratic cities, which shows something about the democratic leadership and the democratic people, that they're actually evil and anti-American, communist, socialist. So I'm just being practical, if you're going to think of it with your brain. So that's the evil left of today. And the radical feminists. They're also a little bit on the crazy side. So not really much people from the right side are doing all this violence, so that just speaks volumes. As for the liberals, as for Joe Biden, right? So Joe is running for office, and he's obviously common sense again, okay? He's obviously on the road to dementia. Unfortunately, it's actually pretty sad to see someone old like that not old with it, And the left, and even like one of my coworkers, he tells me they deny that he has dementia. They say he's fine, and he's gonna be embarrassing himself when he gets on the stage to debate with Trump. It's going to be very embarrassing, and I actually feel for him. And who's the one that publicly feels up women? Not Trump. Joe Biden. On video, he pinched a little girl's nipple. He feels up women. He puts his arm here by little girls. He puts his arms over here, and he smells them like this. He's very touchy-feely, and what the liberals, they say, oh, it's just old Joe. That's just him. That's just Uncle Joe being Uncle Joe. So it's like totally fine for him to be running for office when he has dementia. And it's just being Uncle Joe, according to them. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. As for my page 7, people on Twitter I have arguments with, right? On the one hand, sometimes I don't believe in God, I feel like there is no God. But then common sense again tells me that there is something above us, something more powerful controlling the world. Because this world is sophisticated. It's not simple. It couldn't have just bam happened by itself. So people asked me on Twitter for the evidence of God. I said, from what I saw other people posted on different forums, one of the things they said was, can a baby in its mother's womb see its mother? So, like us, we're in this world. We're like in a mother's womb. Could we see our mother until we come out? Maybe when we come out, it's the next world. But that's the question I asked. Can a baby in his mother's womb see his mother? Can you see with your eyes radio waves? Can you actually see it? You can't see it, but you can detect it. So you can't see God, but you can detect him, kind of. And I say, anyways, in this world, everything is so unreal. Like, on the one hand, there's a reality. On the other hand, reality is so absurd that who says what we see is actually reality? That's just my thoughts. Anyhow, now that I'm done with all the politics of what I've seen and everything, that's just my opinions. I'm gonna show you my little Melanie. She's getting big and she's getting beautiful. I'm gonna show you her 1 second. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you my Melanie. I want to introduce you to everyone now. How sweet. I'm gonna show you my Melanie. She's getting bigger and beautiful. You see? She's getting bigger and beautiful. Yes, Mel, say hello to everybody. Look at the camera. Here, let me show you Melanie. She's so sweet and tender. She's such soft fur. She's so soft. I don't know how she has such. Melanie. Should I put you on my head? Like a weirdo? Yes. Do you love me? Oh, yes. She loves me. Here, we're gonna put Melanie on my head. So this is Melanie. She's such a nice girl. I love Melanie. Oh, I love this little baby. Now I'm going to show you Jacinda. She's not doing so well. She's still on antibiotics. But Jacinda is her new rival, but Melanie likes her. She likes to play with her a lot. Okay, Melanie, I'm going to put you down now. Okay, baby? Okay, baby? I'm going to put you down. I'm going to show you Jacinda. 1 second. Jacinda, come here, sweet. I want to show everybody what you look like, even though you're not feeling so good. Here's Jacinda. She's on her 3rd day of antibiotics. You see, she's not feeling so good. You see? Okay. Here, look, I want to see. Jacinda, I got her off the street. She's not well. She's very sick. But she's on antibiotics and on certain powder to make her feel better, her kaki better. And she's still small. And I hope she gets better in time. She still has a virus around her eyes, which is typical of animals that are on the street. They get sick. But I hope she gets better and starts looking like Melanie. They're both very sweet. They come in my bed and sleep with me. I love them. Okay, I'm gonna put her back. I'm gonna put her back to her bed. Okay, thank you all and have a good day. Bye-bye.